This might be one of the most important issues we've ever talked about, and that is the role of fear and panic on you by virtue of a choreographed effort on the part of the government, the shadow government, the deep state, the ruling class, whoever runs this show. From the beginning of time, whenever a government can keep you afraid, freaked out, worried, panicked, hateful, in distress, in extremis, constantly, this already nervous, anxious, service dog world with anxiolytics and CBDs and pot and tranks and all of this, whenever you can freak a person or a people out by virtue of COVID mania, masks, contagion, death, pandemics, the limitation of freedom, or just indiscriminate kind of a generic fear, you win. You never want your population to be happy. You never want them to feel okay. You never want them to feel that everything's going to be all right. You want them in a constant and total sense and source of panic. Now, we've talked about this tool since the beginning of time, and it's a kind of a bastardized version of the Hegelian dialectic, one of many. And it works like this. You've heard it. I know you've heard it. Problem, reaction, solution, or thesis. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. It works like this. Problem. Either it's created or it happens. You're freaking out. You're worried about UFOs, commies, viruses, anarchists years ago, in the days of Sacco and Vanzetti and Emma Goldman. Anarchy was the worst, especially those Italians years ago. It changes. UFOs and then communists during the 50s and then whatever. Okay. Now it's the unvaccinated or the over-vaccinated or the biomedical tyrant. In any event, you create a problem, a fear, okay? Number two, a reaction, a freak out, panic, distress, anxiety. Help me. Please, somebody help me. Government, can you help me? Okay, we can help you. We have a way around this. Do you trust us? Yes, we'll do anything. Great. And that's how it works. Today's little emergency broadcast is a little different. I can always tell when something's effective because for some reason in my family, I'm always instituted. I'm always, shall I say, enlisted to speak to the younger folks to say what's going on. He'll explain it to you because kids freak out. I cannot tell you how many young people I've talked to, friends and family and younger people in their 30s, to explain to them, do not worry about nuclear attack, nuclear holocaust. This petrifies them, thinking, nuclear? Where are you getting this from? But it doesn't matter. There are some vestigial fears that never go away. So I said, what this is it's telling you one thing and one thing only. The most important aspect of what this is about is telling you, we know where you are. And when we want to talk to you, we will call you. Not that we'll alert you. Don't worry, the president is on the line. There's 99 red balloons. Cue Nina, everybody. It's not that the president is going to call you to help you, to provide instructions and information as to how you can avoid this terror. Oh, no. It's to tell you, we know where you are. It's the president. We know. Remember Obama did this one time? But then there was some kind of an alleged mistake about incoming, whatever, Hawaii, or I don't know what. It's to let you know. We know where you are. You are wired for sound as you are. How many times have you been thinking about something? You think I'm kidding? How many times have you been thinking about something? About Aunt Phoebe and when she died and that weird funeral with Uncle Dave. And then all of a sudden, on your search formats. There's something about burial insurance or graves or you're thinking about something. Certainly you're talking because you know you're picking up your voice. The microphone's going on 24/7, but you'll say like, "Hey, whatever happened to Bathsheba, whatever." And next thing you know, there she is. It pops up. Could there ever be some kind of a connection? Is there some kind of a connection? My friend, I want you to listen to me. If you knew what was going on and the research that is going on, that is involving psychic telemetry, psychometry, and the like, it would blow your mind. I'm going to say something to you, and you're going to laugh, but I'm going to throw this out. I'm just going to throw this out. I'm going to give you a what if. Or better yet, would you be surprised if not your government, forget your government, the shadow government, the people who run the show, because the people who have the best information, the best science, the best data are not from the government. They might just be in Silicon Valley. But what if I told you, or let me rephrase it, what do you think of the possibilities of us humans learning from retro engineering, from learning about alien life forms in the past involving this notion of thought control? I'm not suggesting this, far be it. Let me throw something out at you. Years ago, somebody said, you know, those critters don't talk. They have little tiny mouths. You know, the classic, you know, do that Spielberg thing. But, you know, the almond shape, you know, the grays, as they're called. They don't have a mouth. Why? They don't talk. Talking is barbaric. Talking is like, what do you want to talk for? You just send thoughts. Now, how you send thoughts and turn thoughts from being sent to you or your thoughts, I don't know, but that's a different story. All of a sudden, they said, after, I don't know, 1947, lo and behold, we got really good at being able to send ideas and thoughts. You've seen this. You've seen people who have prosthetic arms, people who are amputees, who can think about something. Think about moving a hand. Think about moving this. And there's nothing connected. And they're thinking and they do it. DARPA years ago figured out this way of having these almost like a little tape, little piece of tape here. Because when you think to yourself, there's micro vocalizations. You don't realize it, but when you're saying something, you're thinking you're saying something. And you can actually read minds. That's impossible, right? There are no such thing as UFOs and critters and aliens. And this is nonsense, right? This is crazy talk, right? You know it and I know it's crazy talk. It's one of those things that I don't understand how anybody can even believe that, right? So forget about that. Forget about that. But when the phone was introduced, this became not a phone. It became us, an extension of us. We never leave home without it. If we put it down or we go a day without it, we go berserk. And what these signals tell you, what these emergency alerts tell you, aside from getting all kinds of psychometric behavior that you can't even conceive of, but what it's telling you is we know where you are. And not only are we here to protect you and let you know when bad things happen, but we want you to know that we will let you know when you can and can't leave, how you comport, how you follow orders. Just think about this. Just stop right there. Just stop. Think about what I've said. Think about what I've said that's far-fetched. Think about what I've said that is just beyond the realm of possibilities. You see, we don't like the idea of being scared. And that's why my sponsor today, My Patriot Supply, specifically preparewithlionel.com, provides 25% off of a 3-month emergency food kit order. Now, believe it or not, your government, whoever runs the show, does not necessarily like you being worried about the wrong things. It doesn't mind you being panicked so long as it's in control. when it sees you taking control of your panic and conquering your fears and basically preparing for that which you know is going to happen, namely food emergencies, they don't care for that. They want to create the crises. They want to stir up the crises. They want to freak you out and panic you, but they don't like when you learn from what's going on and take control of your destiny. They don't like that. That's why there's preparewithlionel.com. And you go and you say, you know what? The hell with you. I'm getting ready. This is emergency food. 25% off a 3-month emergency food kit. Go check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Preparewithlionel.com. All right, my friend, I want to hear from you. Tell me, does this make sense to you? Do you think anybody really cares? Do you think they want to send messages to make sure you're on the same page? Come on. Fear is control. Fear and panic is control. I don't want you to love me. I don't want you to respect me. I want you to fear me. And moreover, I want to control that fear. Because if I control the fear, I control you. That's simple. Now, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video and comment as you see fit. Let me try it again.